What's up, CCI family and chump change investors? It's your main man back with the game plan. Yup, once again, welcome back to a new video, welcome back to a new episode, and welcome to a brand new year. 2025 is here. Happy New Year to one and all. I hope that y'all all had a wonderful holiday season. Now it's time to get back in that bag. You understand? So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So for starters, you already know we're starting as of tomorrow, January the 6th, 2025, our all new Chump Change Small Account Challenge for all of you who are beginners, want to begin, want to jump in this thing and see exactly how it works. That's what we're starting tomorrow. Okay? So I hope you join in. If you don't, we're still gonna rock it. But I really hope you do. Now, before we get into how exactly it's structured, I want to make sure that you are prepared for your investing season, period. Okay? So I'm going to go through a quick little snippet of some of the things that you want to have crossed, checked, and ready to go. All right? First off, you want to make sure that you set some kind of financial goals for yourself. Okay, that's priority number one. Okay, which means whether you're doing this for retirement, whether you're doing it to buy a home for you and your family, whether you're doing it for, I don't know, an emergency fund. Okay, just make sure you prepare yourself a goal. That's number one. Number two, you want to create a budget for yourself, okay, for investing, period. Okay, so whether that's you want to do $5 a day, or maybe you want to do $50 a week, okay, you might want to do $300 a month. Whatever you set and can afford is going to be how you create your investing additives. Okay? Main thing you want to do though is stay consistent with whatever you set up. Okay? So, and that means no matter what, whether you're doing the $5 a day, make sure you do $5 a day. There are ways we'll get into later where you can actually set it up where it automatically rolls in. You don't even have to worry about it. Just like when you get your check, that check say $2,000, but you don't see the $500 that was taken out for this, that, and the other. Same thing. It doesn't hurt you. You don't see it. It doesn't hurt you, right? So just set it up. So that's the next part of it. Now, next, of course, is education. Okay, which is part of what this is for you. However, this is only the tip of the iceberg. You want to make sure, and I cannot stress that enough, make sure that you continually educate yourself with this. Just like a doctor or a lawyer has to continue to stay up on new methods, new laws, you have to do the same. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not difficult, but you have to allocate, again, some time to the side. Whether it's 30 minutes a day, 3 hours during a whole week, however you want to do it, just sit down and actually read or study some things, watch some things. Okay? Now there are, again, as I've said in previous videos, numerous books, and I mean numerous books that can help you. Some of them are The Intelligent Investor. Again, one of the best, if not the best, like the Bible of investing. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, excuse me. Also, you have Common Sense Investing. Okay. Of course, you have Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, that's Rob Kiyosaki. Trying to come up with ones right off. One Up on Wall Street. Okay, that's Peter Lynch. Okay, you're going to love that one. Especially if you're a reader, you're going to love it. If you're not a reader, just read a couple pages. You will see, you'll be hooked in no time. Okay, so that's another one for you. All right, so again, I cannot stress enough about the education. Always keep yourself abreast of everything that's going on, whether it's news, whether it's financial information, whether it's the fundamentals of the company itself. Stay up. So next is the D word, which is diversification. Get your pens and pads out now, okay? Write these things down if you want to become successful. Diversification is very important in your portfolio itself, okay? Because with diversification, you expose yourself to not one, but many different classes of stocks, such as technology, okay, healthcare, finance, energy, consumer goods, okay? Instead of just putting yourself in one box, such as technology. When technology starts going down, your whole portfolio is going down. Okay? Give yourself some room. Don't put all your marbles in one bag. You feel me? Squid game. Next. You want to always, not very often, but maybe, I would say use it just like they do with the quarters of the year. So maybe 4 times during a fiscal cycle, you want to take a look at your portfolio altogether, see if you need to rebalance anything, which means, such as, I'll give you an example of what one I did. I've been with a certain one, which is NEO. It's a Chinese EV company for a while. Okay, I made good money off of them for a while. Then they started dropping back, but I held on. But after Trump got in, you feel me? I know there's going to be some strains on it. And I started rebalancing my portfolio, which means I took a lot of it out and sold it. Kept a little just to hold on and see. But I know what's pretty much going to happen. Okay? So that's kind of rebalancing, reallocating the funds in your portfolio. Okay? Another thing that's very important is staying mentally in the game, not being scared. Okay? There's a term that's always thrown around in Wall Street, which is called FOMO. Don't fall into FOMO, which means fear of missing out. You're at the gym, you're at work, you hear somebody talking about this stock is going crazy. And you looking to see it, and it is going crazy, in fact, but you're not in it, and you're trying to jump in. Big mistake. Number one rule, when you're hearing about the stock or the crazes in the street, you're hearing about it from everyone else, it's too late. Wait for the next train of it to come in, because right now it's running. You don't want to jump on the top. You got too far to fall. Wait. Your train will come back. Okay? So that's kind of what's called the fear of missing out, FOMO. You're going to hear that term a lot. Don't follow it. Next. Okay, and last, definitely not least, is something I preach about all the time. Okay? Which really has never been beaten, which is understanding compounding. A major majority of that is DCA, dollar cost averaging. Okay? Simply putting the same amount into the same stock on the same time frequency. Whether it's weekly you're doing it, whether it's monthly, however you're doing it, daily, however you're doing it, dollar cost average it really helps and comes into play when you're dealing with stocks that are already elevated. Okay? And especially for us in the chump change family, If a stock is $400 a share, you're most likely not going to buy 10 shares right now, unless you can afford it. But it would help you to maybe throw in a couple $100 on it or so, and then begin dollar cost averaging, which means $5 a day into the stock, $10 a day into the stock, $100 a week or a month into the stock on the same time period all the time. You'd be very amazed what happens after that. Okay, now I, of course, can't tell you whether to buy, hold, or sell at any time. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to educate you a little bit on the market and give you some information that you can build off of. Okay, however, don't ever be afraid to seek professional or expert advice out here in the field. Now, other than myself, of course, there are, I love this word, a plethora of other individuals, investors, male and female, on YouTube and other platforms that will love to assist you, help you, or can guide you through your way if you just want to follow their steps as well. Okay? But please, never be afraid to seek expert advice as well. All right, now for the big time. As far as the Chump Change Small Account Challenge, which is starting tomorrow, January the 6th, 2025. Okay? I've revamped a few things in it. All right? Number one, you still will have to fund your account. Okay? So you do have a full week, okay, from Monday to Friday to find and fund your account for the challenge. After Friday, if you in other words, if you make your account Saturday, unfortunately, you can still follow us and do it, but you will not be in the challenge. Okay? The account will have to be funded with a minimum of $100. Okay? Meaning you can put $300, you can put $500, you can put $1,000 into this account, but the minimum is $100. That means at least you're taking it seriously, because you're going to break a Benjamin into this game. Okay? Now, the fun thing about this is you can start with $100. Somebody can start with $500, and that $100 can bypass that real quick if you pay attention, if you follow the advice, if you know what you're doing. Okay? So that's that. Number two is, again, we're going to distribute the funds accordingly. One, as a base, index funds, ETFs. Okay? We're going to put it in there first, which means things like the S&P 500. Okay? Two is blue chip stocks. Okay? We're going to allocate money into one, for the starters, one blue chip stock. Again, you can do more if you're putting more in. Okay, but I'm starting with the ones that are starting with the $100 minimum. Okay. Three, growth stocks. Okay, that's your, well, I was gonna say, yeah, I can still say them. Palantir, they're past growth though, but they're still a growth stock. Palantir, SoFi, SoundHound, definitely small growth stocks that are increasing every day. Okay, your Archers, Joby, if you're into them, and so on. Okay. Thirdly, we're going to be talking about DCA, of course. We're going to allocate a certain amount into a certain stock every single day. Again, you can adjust it as you want. You can do per week if you like. You can do per month. All right. So we're going to be doing that, because this year we're going to try to at least do 2 to 3 videos per week to stay up on this. So Sundays will be our longer video to see what happened during the week, where you're at after a week's time, and so on. Okay, the others will be just quick updates and moving on. All right, maybe throwing in some new stock information that if you want to get into, you can. You know, I'm always going to be throwing that out there for you. All right. 4, we're going to be doing some swing trading. Okay, to dip your feet into options. Okay, now if you want to step into day trading, if you have the time and attention span for that, be my guest. But I'm going to start off with, of course, swing trading. Okay, it gives you more time in the game because as you know, day trading usually is all within the same day, so you always got to be constantly checking. Okay, with swing trading, it can go from a week to a few months. Okay, so every day you don't have to all day long. Okay, but we'll get into that. But the money from those can be absolutely fabulous, which can really grow your account quickly. Okay, but you have to be smart about it, and we'll get into all of that, trust me. All right, so lastly, there will be a first, second, and third prize winner to this. Okay, and just for example, first prize winner would most likely get a full share of a blue chip stock that we are following in Chump Change. So in other words, at the end of the year, hopefully, you know, Palantir might be well above the 100 mark. Okay, so you would get a full share of Palantir, or the equivalent of, sent to your Cash App, where hopefully you do the right thing and get you a full share, or split it up and get you some shares or anything else, but you'd get that equivalent. Second place would be the equivalent of the second stock that we're following in order of prices. You feel me? And third place, same thing. With the second prize, you'll get 2 shares of it, the equivalent of 2 shares. Third place, the equivalent of 3 shares. You feel me? And so on. And during the year, there might be some bonuses thrown in there. Keep your eyes out. Okay? But this will be a fun thing to get you involved in investing. Okay? And trust me, it's only going to get bigger from here. Again, we're putting things in place slowly, but they're becoming real and more real by the moment. Okay? But slow and steady wins the race. That fast stock, just like your stocks, watch it. They jump up fast, they come down just as fast. Chump Change ain't coming down. We riding this to the top, and I hope you're riding with us. Okay? So stay tuned. Thank y'all for watching today, spending this time with me. Let's get ready for this Chump Challenge. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Also, I always forget to mention, but it's important. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Okay? Most of all, comment. Let me know what stocks you're looking at, what questions you have, or so on. Let's develop a rapport so we can build a team to challenge all the other teams out there. All right? So once again, this is Chump Change Investment saying peace, thank you, God bless, and let's get paid. See y'all in the next one.